Morning, good morning. All right, so good morning, guys. We'll get started. Yeah, today's mobility and flexibility. As far as equipment, you guys know the chair. If we have some type of like longer implement to roll out our shoulders, or I mean to stretch them out, then also a yoga mat. And if you have a little golf ball, the crossbar, can good, just roll out our arches. Pretty much all we need for that. Okay, so. We'll go ahead and start with our facial exercises. You guys are familiar with those, so we'll go from there. Then we'll just kind of work our way down. So let's go ahead and start with our neck stretch. So open your jaw as wide as you can. Look up, shut that jaw from your chin. Just aim like you're pulling it up towards your nose. And so open wide. And close. You should feel a long stretch here. So. Do any of you guys do this stretch throughout the week? I don't, but this is the only time I get to.
I have to do it every day for the yoga, so.
Okay, there you go. Morning, Cherise. Yeah, when I was in college, uh, I don't know what it was. I think I went through a phase where I wanted like a deep protruding jawline. So I was doing these like all the time and nothing happened. I mean, my neck got stronger, but yeah, so. And you should feel that stretch just working through your neck. Open wide first, then look up, keep that open, and then once you're at the top position, shut it. You should feel that long stretch. All right, let's go ahead, breathe in through your nose or inhale through your nose for about 3 seconds, then exhale through your mouth for about 8 seconds. That core tightening up. Again, inhale through your nose, exhale all that air out through your lips. You should feel your core really tightening up. Morning. Jason or Jacqueline? Morning, Lisa, Karina. All right, let's puff up our cheeks with air. Just puff them up, and then we're just gonna palpate. So with the soft sides of our knuckles, just gonna rub them. Make sure you puff them up first. And just palpate. And just promoting a little blood flow through that area. And now let's puff up our cheeks with air, and let's move that air pocket from cheek to cheek, up and down your lips, up and down. So again, just kind of swivel it. So you guys do that for the next 30 seconds. Gotta make sure my neck juice don't come out. Slide it real quick. Now let's draw lines from our earlobes to our lips. Yeah, once my nephews come out and jump on the trampoline, you guys won't be able to. So you gotta make sure they stay inside. Softly, just draw gentle lines, earlobes, end of your lips. Now let's go from the end of our eyes to the end of our lips. So we're just gently touching our skin. I mean, unless you guys are doing like facials or some type of, some facial treatment. This is pretty much my facial treatment for the week right here. So. Awesome. Okay, now we're gonna move on to our next stretches. Okay, so let's just start gently looking left to right. Try to move left to right without rotating your shoulders. Moving the torso. Look up and down now. Down. Up. Sarah. More folks logging in right now. Okay, let's go ahead and do some neck circles. That sounds like bubble wrap right now. Yes, I was walking out to the garage with my water. My mom is just finishing up breakfast. Um, like, wait, you don't want to eat breakfast? I'm like, I think my mom forgets sometimes that I go to the garage and have this class. She just thinks I come out here and talk to my friends on the screen. Switch directions. Just keeping the head in contact with shoulders, your upper chest, upper back. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and sit on our left hand and then bring our right hand over. Just allow the elbow to drop. Feel that stretch on your left side. Switch. All right, so sit on that right side. Make sure you're sitting on that hand just so your torso doesn't shift. Just breathe in here. Remember, there's also the YouTube channel where I have the recordings. So if you go on the link to the front of the Canvas page, right below the Zoom link, I usually put the recordings to the previous class. Go to that. You could also go to the channel, see more videos. Very good. All right, next we're gonna go ahead and do our turtle head stretch. Okay, so we're just torso's back, and then we're just gonna bring head forward and back, almost tucking in your chin towards your chest. Forward. Okay, let's go ahead and clench our hands together, put them in front of us. We're gonna look down, chin down, and then push forward, back, down, push. One. Very good. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and grab a small rag, a towel, a sweatshirt. We're gonna do the neck stretch. So if you have that nearby, grab that. I just have a sweatshirt here. I'm just gonna roll it up with the sleeves extended. So I have this long material here now. I'm gonna put that behind my neck. Okay, and I'm just gonna pull forward on the sleeves and then just turn right. I'm also doing this while trying to keep my torso forward. Not really trying to turn my torso, the neck. Go left now. Cool. Relax. Now we're gonna go forward. Just pull forward. Gently start raising up as high up as you can. You don't want any discomfort, just stretching. Relax. Ooh. Just kind of relax your shoulders a little bit. Arms could get a little tired just from pulling. All right, so this next one, we're gonna grab opposite sides. Okay, so I'm gonna grab left hand's grabbing that right sleeve, right hand's grabbing left sleeve, and I'm gonna pull down with that left hand and then just pull right here. Okay, so go try to pull as much as you can. Get a, more of a stretch. The sleeve is right on my jaw, my chin. I'm just pulling. Relax. Relax. Again, this opposite hand's pulling down. Okay, just gonna come across pretty much my jawline, and that's where I'm pulling. Relax once you got in that stretch. You can hold it a little longer if you like, and we could put that away. And we're just going to start working our way down our back, upper back into our shoulders, yeah, so forth. So let's go ahead, bring that arm up, and we're just going to drop that fist down, keeping that elbow elevated. And if you could get, so this would be kind of parallel to the floor. If we could go a little lower, great. If you can't, no worries. And what we don't want is you guys starting to drop right here. So just keep that arm elevated. All right, we'll switch. So this shoulder's popping a little bit for me. So you guys might experience that. Maybe not. All right, so we'll rest those shoulders so you get a little tired. Let's go ahead and just put our hands together up towards the ceiling. Really stretch. Right. Feel that stretch in your left rib. Deeper breaths you have. Might be able to lean a little bit more to the left. You might notice one side a little bit tighter than the other, but as you're breathing, holding that stretch, you should be able to stretch a little bit more. Side, passing. Relax. And that's another stretch that you can get a little bit fatigued. All right. Well, we let our shoulders relax. We'll kind of start stretching our hips. So we'll do door openers. Hip openers. So just sitting near the front of my chair. I'm going to go ahead, bring that right leg out. The torso is still facing forward, but my right leg is out. So I'm just going from here, just bringing the right leg out. And if that leg wants to drop, I'm just going to keep my hand there just to get elevated. And almost like at a 90-degree angle here, torso still facing forward. We'll switch. Again, if anyone has any requests on muscle groups to stretch out, just let me know. Unmute yourself and speak up, or you can just type it in on the chat. Oh, here comes Carmen.
I need a lot of stretches.
Yeah, but for what? What muscle group? Everything? Oh yeah, that's a plan. Full body. Way ahead of you, Carmen. All right, yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, we're gonna do full body, but if you guys want a little bit more attention to something, just let me know. Okay, so let's raise our elbows up, and we're just gonna go. Okay, so you should feel this on your underarm, your back, your chest, shoulder. My left elbow or shoulder keeps popping. For this one, it's my elbow. Doesn't hurt, it just pops for some reason. Oh, man. Try to even go as far back as you can. Nice stretch and back. Back. And some of these stretches could get tiring. All right, next we're gonna do our cat scratching pose. Okay, so hands up, straight, reach towards the top in front of you, and then go, oh, and bounce back, and repeat. Stretch, completely stretched out. Up. I'll do about 6 to 8 of these. Allergies getting me. More. One more. Awesome. Grab a little bit of water. Or at least I need some water. If you guys can grab some water, go ahead and grab some. Take a little break. Okay. All right, so next we're gonna just stretch out our elbows, our biceps, triceps a little bit. So just palms up and just straight down. Nothing too excessive or demanding. Right now, palms facing the screen, and then we're just gonna do opposite. That's okay. So just keep your elbow at your side. Again, we're just remember this class isn't supposed to be tiresome or difficult. This is just a little tune-up for our body. Make sure things are moving. Good. Movements you don't often do that our body's made to move. Make sure that we at least touch up on that. All right, next we're gonna go ahead and just keep that elbow. So similar to this one, but now we're just gonna be tucked in. So this is door openers. Just here. This time we want to push past. So this is comfortable. We just want to push a little bit past that. We'll switch sides. And we'll stretch out our forearm and our fingers, our hands just a little bit to just allow right hand, right wrist is gonna go a little bit past my knee. So it's just kind of hanging. I'm just gonna push down on that hand, pushing down with my left hand onto my right hand, and then my right hand's trying to come up. Okay, so there's gonna be some pressure coming through your forearm. That's okay, that's what we're looking for. And then kind of relax it and let it come up. Isometric stretching here. Okay, let's do the other wrist. Good. We're just gonna do some little wrist wrinkles, just kind of warm that up. Make sure it's not causing any pain. Just try to move your wrist in all directions, so just down, up and down. Circles. Okay, now let's our right hand. Let's bring each finger to the center of our hand, and let's try to do that without bending at the knuckles. Just keeping each finger straight. So individually, just bringing that to the center of the hand. Right now, let's do the same, but now we're gonna bend every knuckle of each finger. Okay, so again, each finger individually. You'll notice that the fingers next to it gonna want to bend along. That's okay. Yes, you can only, unless you're like a puppeteer or something, then your other fingers to be too. All right, let's go ahead and then do our left hand. Keeping those fingers straight, bringing them to the center of our hand. Yeah, daycare, he taught Julian some sign language, so he's always requesting more. So he's always like just asking for more food, or anytime he's hungry, he's just like this. But yeah, it's kind of cute. And now he's walking around more, so yeah, it's can't get away from him as quickly as I could before. So he's chasing me. Let's do each knuckle now. And then now we're gonna do just make a fist with both hands. So close, open, and try to separate your fingers away from each other. So you're also stretching the tendons between your fingers. Just really wide, open those fingers as wide as you can. All right, great. All right, let's go ahead and start transitioning down to our legs. Okay, so for a foreman stretch, sitting here, right heel comes on your left knee. We're just gonna sit here. So I've noticed sometimes where, I'm at like a family gathering or waiting on the lobby somewhere, and I just sit like this for 10, 20 minutes. And the next day, my legs are like pretty beat up and sore. So again, you're just overstretching that area. So keep that in mind. If you forget about holding the stretch for too long, you might walk away from it a little funny. So again, we do the stretch because it stretches piriformis muscle, which runs right along. It's part of the hamstring group, and the sciatic nerve runs through there. So if that piriformis muscle is pretty tight, it's gonna hug that sciatic nerve, making it, pretty, not giving it much range of motion or, interruption as it's flowing. And usually the first sign of that, if there's tightness there, is gonna be lower back pain. So if you have lower back pain, you could start doing the stretch. Maybe it'll help if it's connected to that sciatic nerve. Let's go ahead and bring that knee up, just hug it. One of the nephews got out. There he is. Let's push down on that elbow. On that elbow, on that knee. Feel so bad. I feel like I'm telling my sister all these house rules that she has to abide by. Got her two boys and the untrained pup. So, yeah. All right. Switch. It's fun though. They're fun, but it's just wild. Yeah, same thing. You might notice one side a little bit tighter than the other. But slightly push down that knee. Yes, after I'm done with this class, my mom will have breakfast ready, and I think she's making like your typical traditional Salvadorian breakfast, which is like fried plantains, got some scrambled eggs, got some sour cream and cheese from El Salvador, and like a black bean. It's just like blended black beans. Go ahead and bring that knee up. Yeah, I grew up eating black beans. My wife grew up eating pinto beans. So it's not the same. We don't have beans often, well, not anymore. But growing up, beans almost, I say out of our 3 meals, beans were probably part of like 2.5 those plates. I used to always complain and whine about beans again. And when I was off in college on my own, I wanted beans all the time. Let's go ahead and do our leg extensions. Climb back. Bring that chest up and then just pump. Yeah, I would come home and my mom would ask, "Oh, what do you want me to cook for you? It's your first meal back." And my sisters would call me up and be like, "Hey, tell her to order pizza or to make this or that." And I was like, "Mom, just make me some black beans and eggs." And my sister would be pretty upset at me. She's like, "We just had that earlier. I want that." Let's go like pushes. Dropping that heel, straighten it out. Get in, full length. Right, so let's switch. Do about 12 pumps. Push. Just your leg presses. So again, a lot of the movements that we do for stretching, we're just stimulating, following the same movements that the gym and some. Great. Right, let's go ahead and just work on our tibia a little bit. Don't work on those too much unless you're doing heel walks all the time. So let's just, heels are planted and we're just bringing our toes towards the sky. Okay, so just bring your toes, bring them up towards the ceiling, back down. All right, do me a favor and grab that golf ball or lacrosse ball. We're gonna roll out our arches. You have a little golf ball anywhere or something small that could roll. If you don't, maybe like a can of beans could work too. Corn. I think a can of tuna might be too narrow, but I think that. Yeah, next time you walk around a golf course, just you see one of these balls laying around, just grab it because we could use it. Right? So I'm gonna go with the golf ball today. It's a little bit firmer. Then just kind of press down on it and then just back and forth and bring it. Keep going. You're flat footed. You should be doing this at least twice a day. I should be doing this at least twice a day. Like 3 or 4 times a week. Yeah, this is good. If you're tired, you're flat footed, you need support. This is going to help strengthen that. Find a spot that's a little tender, and let's just push down on that spot. Switch. And let's push down. Spot. Alrighty. Okay, let's take a 2 to 3 minute break real quick. I just need to do something. It's street sweeping day and I gotta move the car real quick. But let's set up our yoga mat and then also have a pole for me so we could do our shoulder stretches. Okay, so let's set that up. Victor's doing some abs. All right. All right. Sorry about that. We have an older car that loves to spill oil, and so we keep that car on the street. Um, not too long. We have cardboard out there, but our driveway is pretty nice and clean. And sometimes we forget to put cardboard for our driveway, and then we have these oil spots that takes forever to clean up. So I don't want to deal with that, so I put the cardboard. So, anyways, let's go ahead and let's grab our item. So we're gonna do our shoulders first. So Victor, if you're getting that six pack. Boom. So let's just start here. We're gonna go left, elevate. Working on the left side. And with this, you want to make sure that our arms are fully extended. Working on that left shoulder. Let's go about 30 degrees forward on that left shoulder. Let's go 60 degrees forward. Go 90 degrees forward, so right in front of you. Now we're going straight back. And let's go right shoulder. Right, 30 degrees forward. Sixty. Ninety, right in front of you. Let's go back. So back. All right. Oh, got a couple actually. Let's go behind the back and go up and down. Let's go. Elevate back here. Awesome. All right, put that off to the side now. Let's go ahead and get on the yoga mat. Come a little bit closer, bring it a little closer. Yeah. Go down to the yoga mat. A little bit of water. Family wants to eat breakfast right now, and then they want to go to lunch in like an hour. A lot of food. Let's go ahead and get on our floors. So again, when we get in this position, some things to pay attention to is your wrist should be right under your shoulders. So we don't want to be here, right here. You want to be right under, okay? And then your knees should be right under your hips. Adjust that actually. Okay, so we're here. I'm gonna go inhale up. Exhale. Inhale, bring that belly up. Exhale, belly button to the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Up. About 3 more of each. All right, okay, so we're in that position. So now what we're gonna do is from there, arch up. So make sure you're looking down, arch up. And bring your glutes towards your heels. Once you're there, reach out forward with your hands. Drop your elbows, your head, and relax there. Gonna hold for about 30 seconds. Don't fall asleep. Breathe comfortably. Reset. Now we're gonna shift our hands off the yoga mat to the left side. Your knees don't move, just your hands. Okay. So just make sure. Okay. So just hands, and we're looking arch up. Drop. Hold. Try not to drop your elbows. Feel that stretch from your right underarm, all running to the side of your ribs, back. That. Go back. And again, your knees don't move. So again, from that original spot, your knees don't move. And we're just going to the left side, right side. Back. That. Okay. All right, we just got a couple more and then we're on our way Okay, so this one's called, just, these are our knee drops. There's two variations. We're gonna do both of them. So arms to the side, or here, feet together like a sit up. And we're just gonna drop knees. Drop. Make sure your back doesn't leave the floor. And this is one that you can do before you even leave your bed in the morning. That's sometimes the best time to do things. Just to kind of, I don't know how many times I've experienced where you guys have, you pop out of bed and your arches ache, your calves tense up, or something happens, or it just irritates it. So think something in bed before you even get out of it, first thing in the morning, probably one of the better things you can do for yourself. Get to relax, and then stay here. To relax a little bit. Let's actually bring your knee, grab your knee, and then just bring that to the chest. Other leg is extended. If you like, you can also do like a hip opener here, so you can just grab the inside of the leg and push that out. Now I'm still holding that leg. My leg is elevated. Here. Switch. Yeah, so a session like today, I recommend for anyone to start. For your person that works out 100 hours a week, or for a person that never works out, that's just trying to get back into it. It's probably one of the better things. Now we're gonna just bring that leg out. Yeah, almost like a hip opener. Still holding it, so I don't want that leg to just drop like this. I wanna keep it elevated, so also being active. Relax. Okay. We're gonna do the other variation of the knee drops. For this one, it's almost like a crunch. Just elevating my heels up, and then now I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna stretch a little bit more on the glutes. Do one more on each side. Thanks. Awesome. All right, so our last stretch that we'll do is gonna be our both openers. So from our side at the same conga, I'm on my right side. I'm gonna tuck in my knees a little bit. Okay. Stacking my hands on top of each other. I'm just gonna look at my hand and follow it. I'm gonna make sure that my legs don't move all the way back. Repeat. So I'm gonna do 8 to 10 of these on each side. Okay, so this is a very slow movement. So just make sure that your knees don't move. your hips don't leave their original position. More on each side. Awesome. All right, and then we'll transition to last one. So, switch sides once you're ready. Again, start at Jane Fonda, like in, back, and the how you guys feeling? Good. Debbie, you're good. Carmen, Lisa, Ella, Sarah, it's Boo, Jacqueline, Victor, you guys good? All right. So sorry, my head's gone. All right. So as we kind of like debrief, let's go ahead and then just get on our knees here. We could just bring our leg out and lean forward. A little stretch. So yeah, so remember, anytime you guys feel like there's something a little bit more aching, just let me know. We can focus a little bit more on shoulders, back, whatever it is. Tomorrow, you guys know what tomorrow is. Tomorrow is interval training, and yeah, interval training. So that's all you need to know. So you have to make sure, don't wear your heart rate monitor because it's going to be beeping the entire time. Because that's the class where our heart rate is going to be a little bit more elevated. So if you want to break a sweat, then tomorrow make sure you guys are there. Tomorrow's at 9 a.m. Then the rest of the week, Friday and Saturday, we go at 8:30. So any questions before we head out? Questions? All right, if you have no questions, then I'll see you folks tomorrow. You guys enjoy your Wednesday. It is getting warm out there, so make sure you guys are hydrating. So,
Thank you. You too. Thank you.
all right, guys, you guys take
Thank
care.
you.
Hey, tomorrow is the when you work out.
Krista.
Tomorrow is when you work out hard.
Tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow you're gonna sweat.
Yeah.
Oh, tomorrow your heart
This one
rate.
is my class. The other one is too hard for me.
Okay, so I mean, don't worry. So if you feel like it's challenging, you know what we've done is I think we've done 30 seconds. So we usually work out for like a full minute. Well, not completely that full minute, but you could go 30 seconds of exercise. and 30 seconds of recovery. If you feel completely out of shape, or if tomorrow's not your day, let me know. So maybe you could go 20 seconds of work and 40 seconds recovery.
So
And
can
then,
you just join and do my best, right?
yeah, exactly. And then if you're feeling great, I mean, I'm sure, I mean, everyone, Debbie, I know is one of the, you know, the ones that's more consistent. Ella as well, hasn't skipped a beat. And sometimes, you know, you might just have a day where, you know, you might go half as hard because you didn't sleep well, or Sharice's grandkids were keeping her up.
Yeah,
Or, you know, it could be a million things, and it's you know, it just happens, and you know, so yeah, so don't even worry. As long as you show up and you move, that's all we're asking for. So yeah, don't feel obligated. You're not gonna get an F if you only go for 20 or 30 seconds. Yeah, so
Good.
show up. you
As
know?
tolerated.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like we're not training for, you know, the next a world record or anything like that. We're just trying to stay healthy and move. So cool.
Just
Thank
show
you.
up for the class first. That's the
Exactly.
hard
Yeah.
part,
I
getting
mean,
up.
if Victor, there's Terry. I don't know if you know who Terry is, but Terry sometimes just shows up for the warm up and then she leaves because that's all she could do. So yeah, so don't feel any pressure.
Okay.
All right, guys. I'll see you guys
Thank
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye, Miss Bill.
Bye.
Take
Have a
care.
good
Take
evening.
care, ladies. Bye-bye.